Dear seeker, pause for a moment and ask yourself, who are you, really? When you look in the mirror, you see eyes, a face, a body that grows and changes with time. But is that truly you? From birth to childhood, youth to old age, the body keeps shifting, yet something within you remains the same, silently watching. That watcher, that eternal witness, is the real you. Babaji reminds us again and again, your body is not what you think. What you see as flesh and bone is only the outer shell, a passing robe worn by the soul for a brief journey on earth. Most people spend their lives protecting, decorating, and fearing for this body, as if it were their ultimate truth. But Babaji whispers to his disciples, this body is but a garment, you are the light that wears it. Just as the traveler changes clothes when one is worn out, so too does the soul change bodies across lifetimes. The body is a temporary vessel, but you, the spirit within, are timeless. Consider this, if the body were truly you, then who is it that witnesses its changes? Who is it that feels joy, pain, hunger, or peace? The body is the stage, and the soul is the actor. Without the soul, the body is but dust returning to the elements. Dear seeker, this truth may sound simple, yet it carries the power to free you from fear and suffering. To see the body as a tool, not as your identity, is to step closer to liberation. Let us now enter Babaji's wisdom and explore this mystery, so you may awaken to the divine truth of who you really are. Babaji once revealed to his disciples, the body is a robe that the soul wears for a little while. Dear seeker, reflect on these words. Every morning you change your clothes. What you wear today is not what you wore yesterday, and tomorrow it will be different again. In the same way, the eternal soul wears the body only for the duration of one lifetime. When its time is finished, the robe is laid aside, and the soul moves on to another form, another experience, another stage in its eternal journey. Think deeply. When you look at an old photograph of yourself as a child, the body you see is no longer here. The features, the size, even the energy have all changed. Yet, the I inside you, the silent witness, remains untouched. This proves that you are not the body, but the one who wears it. The body, like a garment, changes shape and eventually wears out, but the soul never fades. Babaji reminds us that clinging to the body is like mistaking the robe for the king. The robe may be beautiful, it may be plain, it may be old or new, but it is never the essence of the one wearing it. In the same way, your essence is beyond birth, beyond age, beyond death. Dear seeker, when you see the body as a garment, fear begins to vanish. Death is no longer the end but only the changing of clothes. With this understanding, life becomes lighter, freer, and more sacred. You begin to honor the soul within, instead of being trapped in the illusion of flesh. This is Babaji's gift, a vision that lifts you beyond mortality into the timeless truth of your being. Babaji, in his infinite compassion, often reminded seekers, this body does not belong to you, it is a gift of the elements, borrowed for a time. Dear seeker, reflect on this gently. From the earth comes the solidity of your bones, from water the flow of your blood, from fire the warmth of your digestion, from air the breath that sustains you, and from ether the vast space in which all of this exists. The body is nothing but a delicate weaving of these five forces, borrowed from nature itself. One day, as silently as it came together, it will dissolve back into those very elements. Yet, the great illusion is this thought, this is my body. Out of habit, the mind clings to ownership. We say, my hands, my face, my heart, forgetting that none of these truly belong to us. They are only on loan for this brief journey of life. When the soul departs, even the dearest loved ones say, this is no longer him, this is no longer her. At that moment, the illusion of ownership is shattered. Babaji teaches that the body is a sacred trust, not a possession. When we misuse it with greed, indulgence, or neglect, we betray that trust. But when we care for it with balance, discipline, and reverence, we honor the divine gift. The true master treats the body as a temple, not as property. Dear seeker, once you see through this illusion, freedom blossoms. You no longer live in fear of losing what was never truly yours. Instead, you walk with humility, gratitude, and awareness, knowing the body is only a borrowed vessel for your soul's higher work. In this realization lies the beginning of true detachment and peace. Babaji often guided seekers with this gentle truth: treat the body as a temple, for within it resides the eternal light. Dear seeker, ponder this. The body, though temporary, is not to be neglected or despised. Just as we honor a sacred shrine by keeping it clean, pure, and fragrant, so too must we honor this living temple in which the divine dwells. The soul is the flame, the body is the lamp that holds it. Without the lamp, the flame cannot shine steadily in this world. Yet Babaji warns us of two extremes. Some worship the body with vanity, forgetting the soul within, while others reject the body as a burden, starving or punishing it. Both are errors. The true path is balance. Care for the body, but not out of pride. Nourish it, rest it, strengthen it, so that it may serve as a worthy vessel for meditation, service, and love. Think of a temple made of stone. Its beauty does not lie in the stone itself, but in the sacred presence it houses. Similarly, the body is holy only because it shelters the immortal spirit. To see the body in this way lifts your relationship with it from obsession or neglect into reverence. Babaji's disciples were often reminded, when you breathe with awareness, eat with gratitude, walk with mindfulness, you worship the temple of the body. Each act becomes a form of prayer. Dear seeker, when you begin to see your body as a temple, a subtle shift occurs. You no longer feel trapped in it, nor do you indulge it endlessly. You begin to live with respect, balance, and sacred awareness. And in that awareness, you sense the light of the soul shining more clearly, unobstructed by neglect or excess. Babaji, in his boundless wisdom, often revealed to seekers, you are layered in light far beyond the skin you see. Dear seeker, the physical body is only the outermost garment. Beyond it, like invisible robes of energy, exist subtle bodies that most eyes cannot see, yet they are as real as the breath you take. To know them is to understand the vastness of your true being. First, there is the energy body, woven of prana, the vital force. Through it flows the river of life, carried in channels the yogis call nadis. When prana flows freely, you feel vibrant and alive. When it is blocked, illness and heaviness arise. This body is nourished not by food alone, but by breath, sunlight, and pure thought. Surrounding it is the mental body, the field where your thoughts, emotions, and impressions dwell. Every worry, every joy, every unspoken desire leaves a ripple here. It is through this body that karmic seeds sprout into experiences. Meditation stills its waves, allowing the soul's reflection to shine clearly. Deeper still lies the causal body, subtle beyond imagination. Here reside the roots of karma, the blueprint of your many lives. It carries the memory of journeys long past, the silent record of your soul's unfolding. Only through deep meditation and Babaji's grace does one glimpse this hidden sheath. Babaji teaches that as you travel inward, peeling away these layers, you discover that none of them is the ultimate you. They are sheaths, coverings, instruments. The eternal self shines behind them all, untouched, unchanging. Dear seeker, knowing these subtle bodies expands your vision. You begin to see yourself not as a lump of flesh, but as a radiant being of energy, mind, and spirit, moving through worlds seen and unseen. Babaji, with infinite kindness, often told seekers, this body is the school in which your soul learns its lessons. Dear seeker, consider this truth deeply. Just as a child enters a classroom to grow in wisdom, so the soul takes birth in a body to gather experience, to polish its rough edges, and to awaken to higher understanding. The body, with all its joys and struggles, is not a punishment, it is a teacher. When health is strong, you learn gratitude. When weakness comes, you learn patience and humility. When pain visits, you learn compassion for others who suffer. When pleasure flows, you learn discernment, for indulgence can enslave. Every sensation, every condition of the body, carries a lesson written in the secret language of spirit. Babaji reminds us, those who resist the lesson repeat it again and again, but those who accept it with awareness rise quickly on the path. Think of how a wise student treats a school. He respects it, pays attention to the teachings, and grows through every challenge. But he never mistakes the school for his home. In the same way, the soul must honor the body as its classroom, yet never forget that its true home is beyond it. Babaji often said to his disciples, "Your suffering is not meaningless, it is instruction. Your joys are not merely gifts, they are examinations." See every moment of the body's experience as a lesson preparing you for freedom. Dear seeker, once you see your body as a school, life itself transforms. Every difficulty becomes a sacred opportunity, every blessing a chance to grow. Instead of fighting the body or clinging to it, you learn from it. And in that learning, you take one step closer to the eternal graduation, the awakening of your soul. Babaji, in his eternal grace, often reminded seekers, you are not this body, nor even the mind, you are the timeless self, untouched and free. Dear seeker, this is the highest truth, the crown of all teachings. Beyond the layers of flesh, beyond the play of breath, beyond even the shifting currents of thought and karma, there exists your true essence, pure consciousness, radiant and eternal. The body changes from infancy to youth to old age, yet the witness within you does not change. The mind fills with dreams, fears, and desires, yet something deeper silently observes. That silent presence is the real you. Babaji teaches that once you shift your identity from the body to the self, a great freedom dawns. Fear of death dissolves, for death only touches the outer garment, never the light within. Imagine the sun hidden behind clouds. The clouds pass, shift, and vanish, but the sun remains ever shining. The body and mind are like those passing clouds, while your soul is the sun, unborn, undying, and ever luminous. Meditation, devotion, and surrender clear the sky so you may glimpse this inner radiance. Babaji tells his disciples, when you say, I am this body, you are in bondage. When you say, I am the soul, you are on the path. But when you realize, I am the eternal self, one with the infinite, then liberation is yours. Dear seeker, to know this truth is to awaken from the dream of mortality. You are not a fragile form destined to decay, but the boundless spirit wearing forms for a time. The journey of lifetimes is simply the play of discovering what you have always been, pure, infinite, and divine. This is Babaji's eternal gift, the unveiling of your true identity. Dear seeker, we have walked together through Babaji's wisdom and seen that the body is not what we believe it to be. It is a garment borrowed for a time, a sacred temple of spirit, a school for learning, and yet never the ultimate truth of who we are. Babaji's eternal reminder is simple: use the body, but do not mistake it for yourself. You are the timeless light that shines through it. When you begin to see yourself in this way, fear slowly dissolves. The fear of age, of illness, of death, these shadows lose their grip. You realize that nothing in creation can ever harm the soul. The body may come and go, but the essence of who you are is eternal, radiant, and forever free. Dear seeker, carry this truth gently in your heart. The next time you look into the mirror, remember, you are not the reflection. You are the light that looks through those eyes. Live with this awareness, honor the body without clinging to it, and step steadily on the path Babaji has illuminated for countless souls. If these words have touched your spirit, I humbly invite you to share your reflections in the comments. What did Babaji's teaching awaken in you today? Your thoughts may become the light that guides another seeker on their path. And if you feel called, let us together spread Babaji's wisdom by sharing this message with those who are searching for truth. Until we meet again, May Babaji's blessings guide your journey inward. Walk in peace, live in awareness, and never forget, you are far more than this body. With reverence and love, I bow to the eternal light within you. Jai Guru Dev.